Welcome. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It would really help the channel to spread around and to help other people to find the videos. This video is going to be a little bit longer than my other videos because it's a light touch on XPR. Also, if you want to know what I think about the price, you're going to have to stay tuned to the end of the video. And I will give you what I believe the price is going to hit, just based on the blockchain and the company and what they're going to be doing and the type of money they're going to be moving. All right, so in this video, I'm going to be going over XPR, Proton. It's a very interesting project. It's another project that's going to be a big project. It's a sleeper. Right now, the price of it is very cheap. Please don't ask me where to buy it because I bought it from BitTrue when I did buy it. And right now, I don't know where you could get it. You can possibly download the Meta wallet and try to get it from the Meta wallet. Let's get into it right now. So as you can see from this first screenshot I have, XPR is the blockchain for everyone, powerful and compliant. You can also see here from the second screenshot that I have that it is built for finance, built for trading as well. So you have fiat on-ramp, you have advanced trading, you have liquidity pool, just to name a few things that they have there. And it also says the industry's leading payment and trading blockchain. Now, I can tell you a little bit of what I know about it. I don't really know much about it. I know that they are associated with Metallicus, which their coin is Metal. XPR, they have their own separate website from Metal. So I would be also doing a video showing you Metal as well. XPR is basically going to be the crypto blockchain for the Metal platform. They are going to also be a bank. I know that they also recently signed on about 72 credit unions to their company to do business, to not do business, but to handle their payments. 72 credit unions. That's very huge. Some other things that I know, they are also going to be moving money for the FedNow service. So they are a part of the FedNow service. They have a partnership with them. So that was something that was pretty recent that they solidified that deal. Now, from FedNow, we will talk about ISO 20022 because as you can see here, XPR network and ISO 20022, right? So they are compatible for the ISO, which makes this coin a very good investment. Very good investment. This is a good project to put your money into. They have some pretty good technology. They have zero fees, supposedly, when you doing transactions. Some other things we're going to see. All right, so let's read here. The XPR network has marked a significant advancement in financial technology by becoming ISO 20022 compatible blockchain. This achievement enables more streamlined and secure communication of financial data across various systems, platforms, and institutions. Who is ISO 20022? ISO 20022 is a global standard for electronic data interchange between financial institutions. It defines a platform independent, common, and open standard for financial messaging that enables the exchange of information across the globe. Here's why ISO 20022 compatibility might be good for a blockchain, especially one that involves financial transactions. You hear that? Standardization, unified language. ISO 20022 provides a universal financial industry message scheme and a common language for financial communications. It ensures that all parties involved understand the schematics, reducing the risk of misinterpretation. So as you can see when you're reading that, this project is very close to XRP and XLM and XDC and SHX. Now, all of those coins that I just named are all ISO 20022 compliant projects, right? Blockchains. So this coin is lining up. So if you don't really know too much about XPR, feel free to do your own research. This is just one video that I have that I'm going to be doing. It's just a little quick overview that I'm doing here. Just a little light touch. I'm not really going in depth because, again, I haven't really dug deep into this project like that, this blockchain, this company. I haven't done it. So here we could see, what is XPR Network? XPR Network is a layer 1 public blockchain and smart contract platform designed for both consumer and enterprise. Built on delegated proof of stake, it is a highly resource efficient blockchain that allows for scaling into thousands of transactions per second while providing extremely low latency. Built around a decentralized identity protocol and financial settlements layer, XPR Network provides an alternative to traditional payment systems like ACH and SWIFT or Visa and MasterCard through an innovative resource model. So as you could see when we read in this, it's talking about the XPR network and it being something very good, like a good alternative for traditional, payment systems. And they're comparing it, the payment systems that they're talking about, which is the payment systems that these blockchains are built to replace. They're talking about ACH, which is SHX, and then they also talking about SWIFT, which is XRP. And then they mentioned Visa and MasterCard, which we know both of those companies, they are in partnerships with a lot of the other blockchains like XRP, SHX, XLM, XDC. They're in partnerships with these blockchains already. So they're making sure that they don't get left behind because a company like XPR, a blockchain like XPR, I should say, will come and take over from them, right? For the more lower transactions. So when they mention transactions per second here, a lot of people are thinking like, oh my God, they can move thousands of transactions. They will give XRP, a run for their money. No, not really, because those transactions could be, more smaller transactions. And when I say smaller, I mean like transactions that you or I will execute on a daily basis. We're not talking about moving billions of dollars because, people like us, we're not transacting with $1 billion per transaction, where banks are going to need to do that and financial institutions and businesses and companies, they're going to need to do that, right? We're more operating on a more smaller scale. So yeah, they can handle thousands of transactions, but those thousands of transactions that they're handling per second is probably smaller transactions. You're not talking about huge transactions, right? So we just have to think about that. All right, let's go on to the next screenshot. What are the key features of XPR Network? XPR Network boasts features like high throughput, low latency, and robust security, making it ideal for various applications, including DeFi, gaming, and more. So this blockchain is good for, again, just from the things that it named, those are smaller transactions, right? Gaming transactions are going to be on a more smaller scale. DeFi transactions, according to, which institutions, or maybe not really institutions, but maybe which part of the, if I could say that, which part of the institutions they would, take over. So, in DeFi, of course, we know that you can stake, you can loan, you can trade. Not trade. You can loan and borrow is what I'm looking for. You can loan and borrow and things like that and make money like that, right? But again, those might be on a more smaller scale because it says is built for the people, right? So again, that's going to be on a more smaller scale, not really talking on a big scale like what XRP will be doing or XLM or XDC. You know, they're going to be handling the more big sized transactions. How scalable is XPR network? XPR network is highly scalable, allowing for a large number of transactions, 4,000 TPS, that's 4,000 transactions per second, to be processed quickly with no gas fees for end users. Now, I'm not too sure what that end user is or who that end user is, but there's no gas fees. That's what they claim. I guess we would just have to see, honestly, once it really gets going and it's being used, which could be the reason why they are going to be moving money for the Fed Now service because of that, right? Because the Fed Now service, let's be honest, is going to be for more, it's going to be for, I don't want to say regular, but, you know, it's going to be for people that are working and, you know, paying bills like that. That's what it's going to be used for. It's not going to be really used for enterprises and things like that. It's going to be more used for regular folks. I hope you can understand what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to be quote unquote politically correct when I'm speaking about it. All right. So on the next slide we have here, what are the transaction fees on the XPR network? There are no transaction fees for end users. All XPR network users are given free accounts and significant resources that they can transact free of charge. Apps need to buy resources on a monthly basis at the resource page. I don't really know what that means. That actually felt like it was written wrong. But I don't know. Maybe that's, I guess, whatever they wrote here is what they mean. Apps need to buy resources on a monthly basis at the resource page. I guess you have to purchase some apps monthly on the resource page, I guess. That's what that means. I don't know. Again, I'm going to be trying to become a little bit more fluent with this blockchain. Let's go on to the next slide. Is the XPR network decentralized? The XPR network is fully decentralized. The potential for adversarial attacks such as double spends, chain splits, and 50% attacks are mitigated through the use of the delegated proof of stake consensus mechanism, which relies on block producers and stakers to uphold the network constitution. The XPR network is permissionless and supportive of the FOSS movement. Now, I don't know what FOSS movement is. I don't know what that is. I would have to research that. But there you have it. It is a decentralized blockchain, just like a lot of the blockchains that's around right now. And it uses proof of stake, which that's the same thing that XPR uses as well. Here we can see some of the things that the XPR network will offer. The XPR network is going to offer NFTs on the XPR network for developers. And then you have, that's part 2. And then you have NFTs on XPR network for developers, part 1. And then you have XPR network hackathon, fork, innovate, conquer. You also have that as well. I'm not really too sure what that stuff is, but that's the things that it have there. And again, you can go to their website, you can visit, and you can check for yourself if you don't know what this is. If you don't know what it is, I really think that you should check it out, though. Right? It's a good place for you to park your money because this coin, in my opinion, is going to go up very high in price. It's going to have to go up high in price for the amount of money it's going to be moving. So we can take a look at payments, right? So here we can look at the payments and we can see that XPR, they're going to be involved in the payment system. So payments. The XPR network revolutionizes cross-border transactions by providing a fast, secure, and cost-effective solution. Businesses can leverage the network's high throughput and low latency to enable near instant settlement of international payments, eliminating the delay and fees associated with traditional banking systems. So this is what they're going to do when it comes to payments. Okay, let's take a look at supply chain, because they're going to be offering supply chain. They're going to be offering supply chain capabilities for certain companies. So it says here, supply chain. XPR network enhances supply chain transparency by enabling real-time tracking and verification of goods using blockchain technology. Each step of the supply chain process can be recorded on the immutable XPR blockchain, ensuring authenticity, reducing fraud, and providing consumers with accurate information about product origin and journey. That is the same thing like VeChain. If you know about VeChain, VeChain does the same thing, and VeChain is a blockchain that's built specifically for that. But they can do the same. I mean, they can do a lot. From what I've skimmed through, this blockchain does a lot. It's a really good. I mean, they surprise me with all of the things that they can do. Honestly, to what scale could they do it? I don't know, but it's good that they could do all of these different things, because they can have a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of over here, a little bit over there. There's nothing wrong with that. And here we have the tokenized assets, right? They can tokenize assets. This is the biggest thing that everyone has been talking about these days, is tokenizing assets. You have Larry Fink from BlackRock coming out and talking about the regulators need to pass the laws so they could get on with the tokenized assets. Now you see here that, again, this is a little bit more proof as to why this will be a good investment, a good place to park a little bit of money. So let's read here. Tokenized assets. The XPR network facilitates the tokenization of real-world assets, such as real estate, big one, art, that's another big one, and commodities, that's a very big one. By representing these assets as digital tokens on the blockchain, fractional ownership and trading become seamless, enabling broader access to investment opportunities and increasing liquidity in traditionally illiquid markets. So again, as you can see, they are doing more. They are involved in a lot. I hope that the blockchain could handle all of this, because this is a lot. Now, again, they don't have to take a lot. They could just be taking a couple, pieces from that industry, right? They don't have to tokenize everything, but having the ability to be able to do it, again, is something good, because they can spread themselves out to different, industries and be able to be in different industries, which is good. I like that. The tokenization of real estate is very good. The commodities are very good. And art is also a really good one. And I'm going to be doing a video, I'm working on it, talking about tokenization and how it is going to be very useful and helpful to a lot of people to be able to have some sort of extra money, not really too much savings, but having being able to have some type of investments where they can lean on. Tokenization is going to be very helpful in that department for a ton of people. Being able to, see things tokenized. Like I said before in one of my other videos, could you imagine Apple tokenizing the iCloud, tokenizing the iPhone, tokenizing the iPad? Then you have Samsung, who can tokenize their phones, their Android phones. They can also tokenize their Samsung Pay and, different things like that. Google could tokenize, Gmail, and then they could tokenize, the Google Drive, and they could tokenize all these different things. And then you'll be able to invest in these things and have money sitting in those things instead of having money sitting in a savings account, not making any money, right? You'll be able to own fractional shares of these different technologies, or I'm looking for the word, but these different items, these different products, right? You can have your money invested in, and you'll be all right. I think that tokenization is a very, very good thing. Very good, because again, even for another example that will be great is, could you imagine they take your favorite team's stadium and tokenize that, and you can own fractional shares of your favorite team's stadium? That's huge. That's big. So yeah, tokenization is going to be really beneficial and really great for a lot of uses, and it's going to be very good and very great for people to be able to invest their money in these different things in life that all has value, because everything has value. A cardboard box has a value. I said this to my brother before, when we were talking about crypto. A cardboard box has value before you pay for it at a store, right? The store then adds a higher value to that. Now we pay for that box from that store. That's the value that the box have. Could you imagine now that same box that you paid for in the store, you owned fractional shares of that? So every time someone purchases that box, you make a little money. That's huge. That's very huge, very, very huge. I hope you understood that, because I know I got a little bit lost and a little tongue-tied when I was trying to explain that, but I hope you were able to understand what I mean. Let's go on to the next slide. Decentralized finance, DeFi. This is another big one. I don't really know too much about DeFi because I don't really look into these things, right? I just invest in the assets that I want to invest in, and I said that when time comes, I will learn what I need to learn, right? I don't force anything. I don't push anything. I'm not trying to be the guy that knows it all, because I really don't care to know it all. I just want to see my investments do what I expect it to do. And then once it does that, I will be able to look into all these different things. Should I learn it now? Yeah, maybe. But I'm not in a rush. But here we go. Decentralized finance, DeFi. XPR network serves as the foundation for a robust DeFi ecosystem, offering lending, borrowing, and yield farming protocols. Users can securely interact with decentralized applications, DApps, on the network, participate in liquidity pools, and earn rewards, contributing to the growth and stability of the DeFi landscape. That's DeFi. Again, I don't really know too much about DeFi, but it's good. I think we all probably stake coins here and there. That's as much as I know about DeFi, honestly. If somebody knows where I can find a good DeFi video, please let me know down in the comments. I would really appreciate that. And I mean a good video, not somebody that's going to be bullshitting in a video. I don't want to look at a video like that. Give me a good, solid video, and I would really be appreciative of that, and I'll be your best friend. On to the next slide. Digital identity and authentication, right? So they're going to be doing this. Now, a lot of people are afraid of this. I'm not afraid of it because I'm not someone that goes around and does criminal activities. So I really don't care about the digital identity and the digital authentication. I don't really care about none of that, right? It is what it is. We go into a digital world and things are going to be digital. So I respect it. I don't really get too flustered by it. It doesn't bother me. XPR network plays a crucial role in establishing secure digital identities, leveraging advanced cryptographic techniques. The network enables reliable user authentication and access control, reducing the risk of identity theft and unauthorized access across various online services and platforms. I think that's good. Right there, you're going to see it's going to shut down a lot of criminal activity, right? There's going to be less identity theft going on with the blockchain when it's put in place. Way less. And I love it. I'm all for it. Next slide. All right, here we go. Standardization. Standardization, I read that one already. We're going to go on to interoperability. Interoperability. Integration with traditional systems. Since many banks and financial institutions are adopting ISO 20022, having compatibility ensures seamless integration with existing financial infrastructure. Cross-border transactions. The global acceptance of this standard facilitates smooth cross-border transaction, efficiency and cost reduction. Automated processing, well-defined standards allow for more automated processing, reducing manual intervention and thereby lowering costs. Reduction in errors. A standardized format minimizes the chance of misunderstanding and errors. Compliance and regulation. Regulatory acceptance. Being compatible with ISO 20022 can simplify regulatory reporting and compliance as regulators increasingly recognize and adapt to this standard. Risk management. By adhering to an internationally accepted standard, XPR network may minimize various risks. Future-proofing. Adoption of change. ISO 20022 is designed to be flexible and adaptive to change in the financial industry. It's more future-proof compared to proprietary standards. Enhanced data quality. Richer information. ISO 20022 messages can carry more information and details about a financial transaction. This can facilitate more transparent and comprehensive transaction processing. Enhanced data quality. Oh, I read that already. All right. So, as you can see, this is what the XPR network is about. This is just a light touch on it. Again, like I said, if you're interested, you can always go check it out. Just go online, type in XPR network in your browser, and it will bring you to their website. Again, I will show you the screenshot of what the website actually, what the home screen will look like. This is what it will look like when you go to it. You can always go check it out there. Do some research for yourself. And again, like I said, I'm going to be getting more into it a little bit. I'm going to do another video, but in that video, I'm going to talk about the Metal platform that they also have, because Metal is also involved with them. Metallicus, they're also involved with them as well. I think they're one company that just works together. Something of the sort. I don't really understand it too much, but I just wanted to get into it, bring it to you guys so that you guys can see it. Also, because one of my subscribers asked me to do this video is why. But I think he wanted me to, he or she, I can't remember. But I think that they wanted me to talk about the price. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, the price that this coin is gonna go to, based on the amount of coins it has, I think they have about maybe 50 billion, if I remember. They have about 50 billion coins. So based on that and based on the amount of money that they have to move per year, you're definitely looking at this coin being somewhere around like $5,000 to $10,000. If I have to just be honest, like about $5,000 to $10,000 to start, because it's going to be moving a lot of big money. Like, this is not a coin that's going to be moving a little bit of money. They're going to be moving some big money. So yeah, I would say about a 5 to 10,000 XPR, but I will do another video on that, breaking it down as to why I feel like it's going to be that price. All right. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you. Like I said all the time, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. I'm out of here.